Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel for another fabulous speed build right before this very grateful, gratitude-filled holiday. If you celebrate Thanksgiving, happy Thanksgiving to you. And that is what has inspired our build today. I wanted to build sort of a almost modern farmhouse mixed with a little like autumnal pizzazz, if you will, in order to ring in the holiday. I also get an immense amount of anxiety surrounding family holidays because I have a semi-complicated relationship with my family, which I'm sure some of you understand, and playing The Sims helps me kind of work through that, not think about it too much. But I will tell you, I have been having a really weird season of life right now, and I'm not ready to talk about it, nor do I think I ever will be, because, again, I have a lot of anxiety. However, I do know that one thing that really helps me when I'm feeling quite like meh, if you will, is a lot of gratitude. So I kind of feel like the holiday is perfect for what it is kind of solely meant to represent, although it doesn't always represent that, if you ask me. But I thought it would be fun if we kind of shared what we're thankful for, what we're grateful for. So if you wanted to, drop those in the comments down below. I really enjoy reading those. We do that in my stream a lot. If you're familiar with my streams, we like to share what we're grateful for. And today I am grateful for all the socks I just purchased at Marshall's. And I am even more grateful that I'm getting the opportunity to participate in the Angel Tree Givings this year. For those of you who are not familiar with the Angel Tree Foundation, it is a nonprofit organization that is either run by or run through the Salvation Army. I'm not 1000% sure, but they are mutually connected. And last year, I wasn't able to participate because all of the angels got picked up, which I honestly think is a pretty amazing reason not to get to participate. However, this year I was waiting, I was counting on the days. The amount of times I've been to Chick-fil-A in the last like 3 weeks is honestly disgusting because I wanted to try to get an Angel Tree kit, and some places you can go to the Salvation Army, they do it at like local churches, local food banks, or even like shopping centers and malls. I know certain Targets also participate with the Angel Tree Foundation, but the closest one to me is the Chick-fil-A, but no one there knew when exactly the tree was going up, so I just had to check every single day. Or I wasn't there every single day, but I was there like almost every other day, and I would just go and get myself like a little Dr. Pepper Zero, and I'd be like, hey girl, like, are the Angel Tree kids there yet? No? Okay, skirt. And then I'd show up 3 days later. But I am happy to announce that I did, in fact, get some Angel Tree kids this year. For those of you not really familiar, this is kind of just like what it looks like. And on the little pamphlet, it tells you a little bit about like the organization, who sponsors it. And then you're given the gender, age, sizes, and gift wish list from your angel, if you will. And I picked up a 9-year-old little boy who is hoping for a bicycle, Nerf guns, and a football. All of those seem completely doable to me. And then I picked up an 11-year-old little girl who is hoping for dolls and clothes. So if anyone has some ideas for this, please feel free to drop them down below because their lists are not extremely long, and I'm obviously going to be getting them a couple extra things. I've been watching tons of TikToks on people who have participated in the organization before, and that's really been helpful because it's given me some ideas and things I hadn't thought of. One thing I haven't seen covered in my videos though, and I don't know if anyone out there knows, do I need to pick up some wrapping paper? I know the gifts are not allowed to be wrapped, and that's a safety thing. I completely understand that. But when I get the bag together to give to my angel family, like I bring it to the donation center and the family picks it up. There's no cohesion in that. But should I pick up some wrapping paper and things like that? Because I feel like obviously this is for the kiddos, but from a parental perspective, as an adult now, one of my favorite parts about Christmas is shopping. Gift giving is my love language, sue me. And I feel like that's also something special for the parents to get to do, as well as sort of a necessity. So let me know if you like know anything. I might just do it anyways to be safe. Like I can go to the dollar store and pick up a little bag of bows and some tape for $1.25. So I don't think it would hurt me to do it, but if anyone can confirm this for me, I would really, really appreciate that. And I know a lot of you are probably wondering, why am I talking about this? It is not even Thanksgiving at the time you're seeing this. Well, I just wanted to spread the information in case any of you were maybe wanting to participate in the angel trees this year. I will definitely be making my little angel tree TikTok, so if you don't follow me on TikTok and you want to like see what I buy, I'll definitely make a post there. I don't know if I'll make a video for here on my YouTube channel about it, but you know, we're gonna go shopping. It's gonna be really fun. This is literally, I've been looking forward to this all year. I'm pretty excited, but it's also a wonderful organization and they help kids locally in your communities. So it's still early enough that you might be able to look out to your local organization online. I will post the foundation's website in the description box in case you want to read a little bit more about it and maybe possibly get involved, because I know it's not too late for most of us as of right now anyways, because it's just something really fun and it's a good way to give back if you're in the position to do so. I know for me, I was not always in the position to be giving for Christmas, so now that I am, I really want to spread some love. And I also, like I said, gift giving is my love language, so having another child to add into it with like my nieces and my brother, I'm pretty freaking excited, if you will. But I have yapped my way through the build, and thank goodness, because the exterior of this build took me a frightening amount of time. I had semi sort of an inspo pic, and by semi sort of an inspo pic, I mean like 97 of them from Pinterest. And I couldn't figure out what vibe I wanted because I really wanted it to scream modern, but I didn't want it to feel like a modern house. First of all, I'm terrible at modern houses. Second of all, I wanted this to feel very much warm, like it fit into the world of Chestnut Ridge, which is the world that came up with the Horse Ranch expansion pack, and is also the world we happen to be building in case you did not notice. But I will tell you, the amount of autumnal, winter, holiday, I'm even building a Hanukkah house as I am gearing up to post every single day the first 25 days of December in order to celebrate the holiday. I will tell you, how the heck has it been so long since we have gotten any game sort of holiday decor decorations? I know we have the free holiday stuff pack that we got in like 2015. That might not be right. That's just a guesstimate off the top of my head. And then we obviously have seasons, but we do not have very much holiday decor, whether it's for fall, Halloween, winter, Christmas, Hanukkah. Like, what the heck? What the heck, Sims team? You can't give us a little free something? I'm just saying it would be a nice little gift, especially because some of the decor feels slightly outdated. Like, there's only, I think, a total of 3 or 4 yard decorations for Christmas and maybe 3 for Halloween. If you're counting those pumpkins that I placed literally all over this house, and I guess you could call that like a yard decoration, but there's really not very much, and I, for one, will not stand for this. I honestly don't know if this is a real issue or it's just a personal problem that I've been experiencing simply because how much I've been building these sort of fall-inspired, winter-inspired builds, and now it's literally my Roman Empire. I've been thinking about this every single freaking day. But I will say this is the most fall house I think I've built. It is filled with like warm wood tones, dark colors, oranges, greens, lots of candles, very, very moody. I imagine when you walk in this house, it smells like those little cinnamon sticks that are kind of supposed to represent witch brooms that you can get at like the grocery store. It's like a potpourri stick. I don't know if any of you have had that experience, but my mother lives and dies by those. She gets one every year. She's obsessed, and I, for one, don't blame her. It personally reminds me of home. At the time of building this, I remember I had like 86 candles lit in my house. I live in a very small house, and I was just living with the vibes. It was very cozy. As we move into the kitchen, I ended up using some really modern cabinets. These are the cabinets that came with the Home Chef Hustle kit. Or, pardon me, I always do that. The Home Chef Hustle stuff pack. Let's get it right. And I will say I was a little afraid they were just too modern, but I really embraced it. The exterior of the house as well as the interior, I made sure to like put in some woods and add in lots of kind of fun looking tiles as well as stone throughout the inside as well as all over the exterior. And then in the middle section of the house, you have this great big sort of hallway filled with the floor to ceiling windows. And in my opinion, it doesn't get much modern than that. I am not a modern builder, okay? I think a lot of you know that. Thanks for sticking around anyways. I just don't gravitate towards the style, so I really struggle. However, However, as someone who was mildly unsupervised growing up and had a deep hyperfixation to HGTV, I will tell you, the Magnolia Farms people, Chip and Joanna Gaines, they got me. They done got me. A Modern Farmhouse, I love it. Except Shiplap. I will tell you, the chokehold Shiplap has on mothers everywhere should be studied. It's got my mother. It got her. It didn't just nick her. It full-fledged got her. And, you know, I think about that every time I'm home. I'm like, oh my God. There's shiplap all over the house. Everything is shiplapped, and that's crazy. But as you can see, we are finishing through the office, and I believe this is the last room we have to finish up downstairs. I used those orange and yellow leaf curtains from Seasons, which I haven't used the entire fall season, which I'm mildly impressed by, simply because they are so nose on the head on the nose. You know what I mean. It is not subtle. And subtlety is not my specialty. I've noticed that as I've been kind of trying to pre-record and pre-film some of my builds to ramp up for this 25 days of Christmas like posting extravaganza that I'm planning. Subtlety really leaves me very quickly. I did a couple build challenges as well as a couple like themed builds, and let me tell you, it's always like the first downstairs, like the half, like the main rooms, living room, kitchen, dining room. They're like a subtle, like, okay, we get what you're going for. We get it. And then by the time you're in, like, the last bathroom I have to furnish, you're like, why the heck is there ghost wallpaper on the literal bathroom walls? And I'm like, I don't know, guys. I'm a sucker for a theme, and you will never catch me backing down. However, I do understand that it's not everyone's thing. We are moving upstairs into our upstairs bedrooms, and we are in one of, I believe, 3 bedrooms. This ended up being a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom house with an office downstairs, and then we also have a nectar cellar, and I think it turned out pretty cute. The hard thing for me when I'm doing any kind of fall-inspired builds, winter-inspired builds, or anything theme-inspired is when you get into the bedrooms. For me, if you were going to download this house and play it, it's one thing for it to be cute and like very moody, lots of oranges. Maybe there's like a couple pumpkins in the decor that you like, and you could just delete those. But when you get into the rooms and now you have like pumpkin themed rooms, autonomous themed bedrooms, it's like, is this house really that playable? I guess you could just go through and like re-swatch the house. However, I recognize that it's a little silly. This room ended up coming together rather like in a good manner. I used like a purple orange color scheme, which was inspired by the bed that is from Seasons, and I literally never use that bed because I just don't love it. I don't love the swatches on it. I don't like the texture on it. But you know what? For this case, I was running out of orange bed, so I went for it. And I honestly think it was kind of a cute and fun way to make like a teenager's bedroom and have a color scheme. However, when I was a teenager, this might have been a little too much for me. However, when I was about 12, the theme of my bedroom was that horrific teal color that's got us all before. I imagine for at least half of the girls watching this video right now, when you were the age of 10 to 15, at some point you loved that teal color. And I don't blame you. I did too. And it was also purple. So like it wasn't like tropical themed. It wasn't like Polly Pocket themed. It wasn't sports themed. It was literally teal and purple. That was the theme of my bedroom. And I had two different colors of the fuzzy rugs in that swatch pattern to, I don't know, match the vibes of my bedroom. It was honestly atrocious. Oh no, I did that thing where I started rambling and I don't know where I left off, but that's okay, guys. We are finishing up what is our primary bedroom. The primary bedroom is like meh, but I ended up doing this like fun little sitting room in this hallway area because the hallway itself was rather large, and it honestly, in my opinion, still ended up semi-wasted space because what the hell are your Sims gonna do? Sit up here? And they don't really sit and just like enjoy, I don't know. Or I guess they do, but now they're not going to sit at the pretty little dining room table I spent so long like putting together. But at least the landing is like taken care of, and it does feel really cozy. I imagine this would be like a fun teenager / like play date hangout spot, at least in my opinion. I don't know how true that is. But all in all, I like the way it came together. It feels very warm, and it still feels very true to the style of the world overall. So if you did want to download this house and play in it, which again, this house is available on the gallery ID is in the description box down below. But it still feels very true. Like if you wanted to have like a rancher family, they could definitely live and play in this house, and it like totally makes sense. There's a lot of fun balconies and outdoor space, and it came together really beautifully in my opinion. I do know that I put quite a few skill building items in here between like the nectar, there's a bar, there's a computer obviously. I believe there is a chess table, a telescope. Lately, telescopes have been my thing. Did I even build a house if I don't have a telescope in it? Probably not really. But we are coming to the end of our build. We've been bouncing around quite a bit, but don't worry. We're going to jump in game for a live tour right now. Okay, team, we just loaded into game, and of course, all my terrain paint is gone. But that's okay, I guess. I've just worked hard on it. But I want to go through and show you guys the front of our house. It is looking like a gorgeous, gorgeous girl. Lots of decorations, lots of pumpkins, because this is going to be officially the last build I can throw pumpkins all over, unironically, until this time again next year. So I had to go all out, and I can't even tell you guys how long it took me to place all of these on the steps. But I was really going for like, you know what they say, like the autumn girl vibe, the autumn girl core, like Christian autumn girl core, like on Instagram and Pinterest. This is what I imagine her front step would look like at like the lake house. I don't know, but I just love it. I think it's gorgeous. I like these little lanterns from Seasons with the pretty bows, and then of course these beautiful little pumpkin lights, and everything about this is so cute. I added some fun little orange pillows to our outdoor patio furniture, and it just came out really adorbs to me. Let's do a little 360 moment. Then you have back here, I went ahead and put some orange floaties in the pool because why the heck not? Except when you sift through orange, they come up with this one, and then the pizza, which I thought was hilarious. I put it in. And then of course there's lots of gardening planter boxes everywhere. Lots of balconies, and we just had a fantastical time. But let's go on in. I really like this lot in Chestnut Ridge just because, like, look at how pretty this is. I like the walk up, the vineyard, all of it. It's just gorge. But let's go on inside. I'm going to put the walls all the way up. The stair placement was very difficult for me, so please don't come at me. But I love the front door. I immediately knew when I was trying to find inspiration for this house, I was going to use this door. This door comes from University. It's one of my favorite in the game. However, it doesn't come with too many swatches, which is why I don't use it a ton. But, like, I almost use this one or that one, but it just comes in really pretty colors. I really like it. But there's just, like, some fun little autumn vibes. I put the candles from Lovestruck with the cornucopia. Lots of cornucopias in this build. Then you come into our living room, which just screams modern to me, and I really like that. I took advantage of the new Cozy Kit items that we just got from, I believe, Maishuno-san, who is a custom content creator who paired for the first ever content creator made kits, which I really, really enjoyed so far. But all in all, I really like the way this comes out. It feels very, like, contemporary to me. If that's not the right word, please don't tell me, guys. I'm a very sensitive person who's had a very rough week, okay? Thanks. But that leads us into our dining room. It's got a really lovely floor plan in here. The floor plan itself is not, like, open per se, because I like a little bit more of a closed off floor plan for The Sims. I think they function better like that, and they look better in my opinion. However, it still has a good, like, walkable flow, if you will. And I love the big windows. You know it just gets so hot in here. But look at this little ottoman I found. I believe this ottoman came with the new Life and Death expansion pack. It did. And it comes in some really just gorgeous swatches, which I absolutely love. I like the modern feel of it. But this really pretty rusty orange brown color. Chef's kiss, if you will. Then you come into the kitchen. The kitchen is ginormous and it is modern. I wanted it to feel very lived in, although still modern, because one reason I don't love a modern style is because it doesn't feel warm to me. Like, if you come in my house, there are pillows, there are candles, there are trinkets. You can tell somebody lives there, okay? And don't get me wrong, I love to see the influencers like Sunday Reset with their acrylic coffee tables and their white Sherpa fluffy sofas, but that is not me. I got two little girls who like to run around in the mud. I myself like to be a lived-in, like, I like to drink my wine on the sofa kind of queen. So although I like it, it ain't for me. I like my house to feel like a nice hug. And that's what I feel like I achieved in here with all the clutter. I like this little stove that I just did Control-Shift-9 to, like, raise it up and put on the stove. It should still be functional. It shouldn't be an issue. But if it is, you could obviously always delete it. Then we have our formal office. It is real dark in this kitchen. The one thing I do think I wish I would have done is add a couple more windows. I guess that's not even true though, because there's two windows. Excuse me. Thank you. But still feels kind of dark. Maybe just more lights, if you will. Then you come in here to our office, which is really super adorable. It's got a way out to the patio space, which is nice. These bookshelves are some of my absolute favorite from the Crystal Creation Stuff Pack. It's just, the ladder, so gorgeous. But let's go over here to our little nectar room. I made like a kind of a sitting area, if you will, with these fluffy, oversized leather chairs. Something about them just seems so homey to me. It reminds me a lot of my uncle. And then a nectar making palette. I don't put those a lot in my houses, so this one being in the world that brought us the nectar making, I kind of felt like it was necessary. Then you're going to go upstairs where I took advantage of these beautiful seasoned sofa set. Before we started seeing The Sims kind of really step up, because I feel like The Sims had this like phase where they were kind of just getting started, like the My Stuff Pet, or My First Pet Stuff era, where it's like and then we got some better stuff, like the Seasons couches when they first came out had a chokehold on me. They're beautiful. Nothing had ever been made better than them. I'm obsessed. Amazing. Wow. And then we got other things, kind of like cottage living, where you were just like, absolute chokehold, cannot explain it. Dream home decorator sofas came out, but for the time, the season stuff was really stinking good, and I haven't used it in a while, so I did. And it's really dark and moody up here, which I kind of like. I really like this dark wallpaper swatch from Lovestruck, because I don't know, we just don't have a lot like that. I like the wood on it. I just think it's pretty. Then we come into one of our 3 upstairs bedrooms, which is a room for a child sim. And I like the idea of this kind of like peachy yellow and orange vibe. I centered it around this bed, but I knew I wanted to use this wallpaper from Paranormal Stuff Pack at some point. And I think using the little fox lamp and adding like orange pillows in certain areas and this wall decal really helped. And then I absolutely love this wardrobe from the kids room stuff pack. It's just so good. Then we have our balcony, which is kind of odd that you'd put this on like the kids room, but I don't know. The other room was a better size for the teenager, but it didn't have the balcony, but it does have a little telescope, which is nice. Then we have a Jack and Jill bathroom. All my bathrooms are pretty like plain and generic, but I went that more modern route because the house itself clearly has kind of been gutted and redone. I wanted that to be like sort of realistic, if you will. Then we come into a teenager's bedroom, and it is prime orange purple, but I really like it. It feels very fun, very lived in. It's kind of giving like iCarly vibes almost with the color scheme. It reminds me of like the room they gave her after her first room had burned down in the fire, which now that I say out loud is actually so traumatizing. Holy shoot. But it just came out really, really adorbs in here. I like this little like kind of desk office nook with this locker thing. When I was a teenager, this locker thing would have been everything to me. Honestly, even now, like I might have to get one for my office to like file away my important items. I don't know. And then if you come across the hall, which I do like that separation with the parents' room being on the other side, we have our primary bedroom. I use this wall decal as like an extension of a headboard. I don't really know if I love it, but I already did it and I already put it on the gallery, so me. And we have our little like area. I wanted it to feel lived in, so I added in some clutter. I love this mirror from Lovestruck. And then of course they have their primary bathroom. Ignore the window. The window looked good from the outside, looked bad from the inside, but it's still functional. So you know what? Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do, and that's what I done did. So we're gonna ignore that, and we're gonna come over here into our other balcony, which is nice. It has like a nice little sitting area. Love the doors onto the patio, and I like how seamless this looked with the half walls. I have really been into half walls lately. They've just been chokeholding me. So I like that. And then obviously downstairs we have our little bar area, another sitting area, and our outside. And that is pretty much the entire house. Here the home is on my gallery. It costs just under 100,000 simoleons and uses 9 gazillion packs, so for that I do apologize. I will tell you, I was just having fun wanting to like get in the spirit of things for the time being, but it is available on my gallery. My gallery is just channel 305, which you can also use that code at checkout, as there is a major Black Friday sale going on for Sims Pack if you wanted to support me as a creator. However, I urge you to use whoever your favorite creator's code is, as it helps them out so much. With this being said, I have a lot of stuff coming up for the month of December. As I said, we're doing a 25-day of Christmas posting extravaganza, and this includes builds, it includes challenges, it includes gameplay, and it includes a couple of giveaways, so make sure you are tuning in for that. So if you'd like to stick around for that, make sure you give this video a thumbs up. Go ahead and watch another one after that, as you know you love, or I love when you do that. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel because I love that even more, and I would love for you guys to hang out with me as we kind of ring in the holiday as well as the new year. With this being said, don't forget to drink your water, and I will see you guys next time. Bye everyone.